What I'm doing right now is I'm going down the list of, like, the top 250 movies ever,
Okay.
and I'm seeing any that I am like, "No, no, that's not good," but so far, it's either, like, I haven't seen it and I wanna see it to before I have an opinion on it, or I have definitely seen it and I like it, or I've mentioned it, so
What What do you think of Pulp Fiction in the top
Oh,
10?
honestly, this is one movie that I didn't feel like the drugs took over the movie.
Mhm.
They're in it for sure, but oh, yeah, no, I actually love Pulp Fiction. It's not
Do you think it deserves to be in the top 10 of the 250?
oh, I that's crazy.
Oh, oh, you got the stunner over here.
Yeah, top 10 is heavy, man. Top 20 movies of all time, like, that's crazy. I mean, that's hard for me to even think about,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
yeah, I mean, it's well done. It is it's an adventure. It takes you on a freaking thrill ride. You have
Yeah,
no idea what's coming next.
yeah,
All of the aspects. Like, I think about the movie, and I can tell you, like, 7 plots and subplots and
right.
connections and things. So, yeah, I have to say, yeah, it does
Okay,
belong in the top 20 at least. Maybe not top 10, but top 20 of all time, sure.
okay,
Uh Now,
alright.
there are some movies in here that I don't agree should be in the top 10, but I don't wanna start that many fights with people, you know?
Okay,
What are your thoughts on The Godfather being
uh,
number 2 ever?
so okay, so Godfather to me was pretty special.
Yeah,
Who doesn't remember Al Pacino kissing the guy, the kiss of death at the end,
yeah,
right? Knowing that he did something.
yeah,
And the trippy, what, 5-minute part where the the crescendo of all the murders happen.
yeah,
The grandma pulls out the shotgun, you know, and all that. What I think Godfather did best was draw you into their family drama. Like you felt like a cousin or
yeah,
a brother to the family.
yeah,
And when Al Pacino, when he got betrayed, you felt like you got betrayed.
yeah,
You felt like the anger, the emotions, the roller coaster ride of that.
yeah.
So, and and because it did it first,
That's why it deserves the top?
I think that's why it's in the top.
Okay.
Because I there's a couple others like The Departed. Chino made another movie that I really, really love. That if you haven't seen, we'll have to see it together. Oh gosh, what's that movie called? I'll find it here in a minute. But it was another gangster movie. You know, he did Donnie Brasco,
Yeah.
which is another kind of a mob syndicate. I mean, you know, there was the two other Godfathers, uh,
Scarface.
Scarface. You know, but there's one that I love the best.
I was gonna say Godfather Part 2 is number 4. That one to me belongs in the top. I don't know, I just enjoyed Part 2 a lot more than I enjoyed Part 1. Like,
Carlito's Way.
oh, Carlito's Way. Oh, yeah. It's probably in
Man,
the top. It better be. Shoot. That
like
that movie's
like
great.
I felt like Carlito's Way was one of the best gangster movies
It's not.
of all time,
Well,
and mostly because it's not even the top 250. Mostly because of the way that it surprised you at the end, the kick in the nuts
mm,
in the last 5 minutes.
yeah,
I mean, everybody that saw that last 5 minutes, I mean, just got to get kicked in the nuts. I mean, you couldn't even
right.
breathe.
No.
You were just like, "You're gonna make it," and then you're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
what?" And
that's
you
true.
had this pain with him. You're like, "Dude, you should have killed that guy. You should have
Yeah.
killed Benny Blanco from the Bronx, right?" I'll never forget it, man. I watched that movie and I mean, it had
That's
they
true.
were
It,
kind of
like, floors you. Like, it's like,
yes,
What just happened to me?" Like, I remember the feeling. Now that you described that, I remember the feeling I had the first time I ever watched it, and I'm just like, "That's true. If a movie can make you feel that sorta
Right,
way,
right.
I see what you mean, for sure."
And I think Penelope Ann Miller, who was mostly an 80s and 90s movie icon star, I think she was like the most stunning character in that movie. I don't think she would ever look more beautiful than she did in that movie. I mean, I just was just drop dead, and everything about it worked. The music, the flow. I know all the lines like, "Hey, hermano, you want a beer? Come look down in the chest." Like, there's no beer here. Nah, brother, look further down. It's like Benny, I mean, just the whole language of it. I'm just so. Anyways, so again, for The Godfather to be number two doesn't surprise me
Okay.
because it was so because of the way the movie was made. I mean, you felt like you were part of the family, and
Yeah.
there's just this weird, deep sense of betrayal of the family
Yeah.
that really touched. So I can see it. I get it.
Okay. Alright. Well, so far, all the rest of these, I'm okay with them being up here in the top, you know? Oh, one's really good, really good, really good.
Hmm.
Like, now I'm seeing movies I wanna talk about because 'cause they're good, not because 'cause they're
Yeah,
bad. Like, I feel
yeah,
like we've hated on some movies enough that they know, at least now, that we do have opinions on
right,
movies that you might not agree with, but you can at least realize that we don't think every movie's perfect, but we respect every movie. It was told, and a story was told, and the effort and the acting and everything that went in it. Even though we think a movie is bad, it doesn't mean we don't respect all the people's hard work that went into it. It just
right.
means something went wrong in its delivery to us, and yeah, but ultimately, I'm just making excuses for you not to hate us too much. Please continue listening to the Movie Bros Show podcast and YouTube channel because we're here to have conversations. We want to inspire you. If you love one of these movies, let us know. Maybe we should change our mind, and you should explain to us why
Yes,
we should change our mind.
yes, yes. Why we got it wrong? You
Yeah.
know,
Or
Give us
maybe
your
we got it
comments.
right and you're like, "You know what? I agree with you."
That's
And,
right.
you know, then you'd be right, you know? I agree with you also, if you agree with me. So, there's that. But, man, there's a lot of movies on this top 250 list that I like to maybe even just go over the 250 list and just talk about the movies because I think it'd be fun to talk about. Some of them are, like, as recent as 2019, I'm
They
seeing.
had they had John Wick 4 on there already,
On
like
there? Are you
1
serious?
156 or something like that.
I haven't seen John Wick 4 yet. I've seen oh, yeah, 165.
165, okay. Yeah,
Weird.
I was like, "That's 20 that just happened."
2023, that's new. It's
Yeah.
rated 8.1 overall by people. That's where they get
Mm,
their top 250 is by the top rated overall movies.
mm.
Right above that,
Yeah,
Howl's Moving Castle. Mm, that's a good
yeah,
one. That's a good one.
yeah.
Studio Ghibli, man, they just
I haven't seen all of the 250. There's a
what's
few
that?
in here that I haven't seen.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch in here I haven't seen, like Dersu Uzala, never heard of that.
What's his downfall? I don't think I've seen
Dances
that
with
one.
Wolves is number 250, just
Wow.
made it. I'm like, I don't know how, that probably deserves to be the top 100 with, like, just, like, the time that it was made and the change that it affected in
Mm.
real life. I just I don't know. The Help, Aladdin, Iron Giant, Life of Brian, I've actually never seen that.
Neither did I, and that's one of them that
It's Monty Python, right?
yes, yeah,
I
yeah,
just sometimes I don't get their humor.
yeah.
Persona, never heard of that.
I feel
Maybe
like
I've heard of it. I don't haven't seen it. It Happened One Night, 40 Blows, 400 Blows. The Sound of Music. Yeah, I could see that being up here. Haven't
Mm,
heard of that one. The Handmaiden. Cool Hand Luke. Of course. That's a good one.
yeah. You got dirt in the hole, boy.
Jai Beam. Never heard of that. It's new. 2021. Number 235.
Mm,
Oh, Hachi, A Dog's Tale. I haven't seen that since I was young. 2009 is when it came out. So probably like 25, 26 was when I saw that. I
gotcha.
rented it off of the Family Video
Oh
floor
yeah.
for
Oh
like a
yeah.
dollar. If that's a throwback at all. Whenever I had my job at Arby's and I was living on my own in the apartment, I would go right after I moved out of our house together.
Mm,
I would go and I would just rent dollar movies because it's like $1. Of course, I can do that and still pay rent
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And so $1 and I would just rent, a movie after a movie. It's like sometimes I'd ask the workers, "Hey, what do you suggest? What do you suggest I watch?"
Hmm.
And then yeah, I found all sorts of cool movies by doing that.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, there's a couple on here I hadn't seen.
yeah.
Into the
Well,
Wild, Network. Uh,
yeah, I've never seen Network.
Spotlight.
Into the Wild, I think I have seen.
Hmm.
Spotlight, don't know what that is. What else haven't you seen?
Oh man, there's a little more than one like. So man, I do want
Tokyo.
to watch Ford versus Ferrari. I hadn't seen that one
Oh,
yet.
I highly suggest that. I loved it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I didn't think I would like it, and
yeah,
I did. I thought Christian Bale, man, he's just
yeah. He's just
so
awesome.
good. Gosh.
Yeah, he's just good. Although again, we discussed this. Pale Blue Eye didn't work as well
Oh,
for me.
I haven't watched that yet. I
You
need
haven't
to.
seen that one yet?
Uh-uh,
Uh, oh,
no.
okay. Just leave it at that.
I'll have to give it a shot, but apparently
Hmm.
expect to be let down.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Yeah.
Did you ever see Room?
No, I was just looking at
Oh,
that.
highly suggest that too. It's very sad, but very good.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? Honestly, I think this was a great episode. Now they know that we don't hate every movie because we've at least talked about movies we like on these top. Honestly, I could probably read the top 10 or 20 and we could probably agree that they mostly are amazing movies. So let's do that just to end it on a good high note.
Okay.
Let's talk about these movies. The Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. Heck yeah.
Now, okay. So the question is, should it be number one?
No, no.
No, I don't think so
I
either.
don't
It's
know what
number
should be, but I don't think it's number one.
right.
But it's top five,
Right.
I would
For
say.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd say top 10 for me. At
yeah,
least top five, top 10. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. But like just the
Um.
overall story and like you get invested with those characters. You want like you don't want Morgan Freeman to be in the prison anymore.
Right.
You don't like you love the characters. Like you become closely knit with these people and you see the
Right.
betrayal within the relationships and it's like the warden trusts him so much but really he's breaking out of prison and like all this
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, The Godfather, we talked about that. The Dark Knight, 100%. I
Man, I was really surprised. Really good movie, but I was really surprised that's top three or
yeah,
four. But I certainly
I
would put it in
just
the top 10.
yeah.
Easy.
I
Um,
find it so rewatchable. For me, that makes it even higher on the list. But the
mm,
first time I watched that movie, I was just encapsulated by the amazing thing I was seeing on the TV, like or on the big screen. When I saw Two Face for the first time,
mm,
like Aaron Eckhart
mm,
as a freaking Harvey Dent with his burned up face. And
mm,
then when I saw, Heath Ledger's Joker, that very first scene, I can watch that first scene over and over again. The bank robbery scene. No, I kill the bus driver. And I'm like, "I love this. I love this. This is what I'm talking about." Yeah, what doesn't kill you makes you
Yeah.
strange. And, like, a lot of people are saying that he's a bad Joker. No,
No.
he's a bad clown Joker. He is not a bad gangster Joker. He is a
Right.
100% gangster Joker. Like, that's what I think of. Like, he is the mob kinda, like, focused Joker. If you know Batman's storyline, there's, like, a whole bunch of different Jokers, and there's one that's just focused on the mob aspect, and
Yeah.
that's the mob Joker, and 100% that's who he is.
Yeah, and remember the DC Comics were detective comics,
Yeah, yeah,
right? And Batman was more detective-like
right.
stories in the beginning. So, one of those deals.
Yeah, and then they made Joker as a one-off guy that he was gonna catch and he was gonna die, but the writer liked him so much, he was like, "This is what's gonna make Batman famous, is having a villain that people like." And
Mm,
forever lives in infamy. So, number 4, The Godfather Part 2. I mentioned that while we were discussing Godfather. I like Part 2. Maybe not
mhm,
number 4. It shouldn't be number 4, but it should be up here. 12 Angry
mhm.
Men.
Okay, have you seen that?
I love it. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I've seen an actual stage play of 12
Right.
Angry. Yeah.
Okay. I've seen the remake of this.
Okay.
I've actually never seen this particular one. It's
Yeah.
got a lot of famous actors in it. I was just
Yeah.
looking at it. That was pretty good. Schindler's List? That
Schindler's List.
was epic.
Yeah, it just floors you, like, with the subject matter,
Yeah,
we learned about it in high school and, like, then, like, watched it, it became real. Like,
right.
it became, like,
I'm
so, like, so much empathy from
yeah.
me, that is what this movie caused from me, so,
I would definitely put that top 5
yeah,
in my opinion, for sure.
yeah.
Lord of the Ring, Return of the King.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
definitely the best of the Lord of the Rings movies, and it
Do
belongs
you
to
think?
the
Oh, do you think so?
yeah.
I'm thinking Two Towers was the best.
I
But
just
yeah,
love the return of Aragorn. Like,
okay.
the return of Aragorn is just so cool, man. I and the freaking like, yes, I agree, Two Towers, the fact that they rated it last of the 3 movies, I don't know about that. Fellowship to me is behind Three Towers. Like, honestly, it goes 3, 2, 1 in
Okay.
order of good to because the Ghost Army is
Yeah.
so cool, man.
Yeah,
Like, that's
I
epic.
felt I felt like they could have done more with the Ghost Army,
Yeah,
but
but it was so cool. Like, it
but
came
the
clutch.
whole series as a whole,
Yeah.
I could easily see top 5, top 10,
Oh,
easy.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just I mean, I'm waiting to show Josh. We're gonna have like a 12-hour movie day
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you just go through all of them, right? So yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, oh, man, it's gonna be so good just to, like, see the adventure, like, again, fresh through, like, through your kid's eyes, man.
Mhm,
Like,
mhm,
like, I'm excited for this series, I'm excited for, like, Star Wars,
mhm,
when I get to show my kids this
mhm.
and, like, actually re-experience it kinda through their experiences. It's gonna be fun. 8, Pulp Fiction. We kinda already talked about this.
Yeah,
Uh,
okay.
yeah,
Probably
definitely
should
belongs
be
up
at
here.
least, yeah, right. I'm okay. I get it.
Okay,
Lord of the
Fellowship of the
Rings,
Ring.
Fellowship of the Ring, yeah, okay, I get that.
We talked about that.
Mhm,
It's out of order, Two Towers, but
mhm.
it's fantastic. It kicks it off really well. We spend a lot of time in the Shire, but it makes sense, right? We basically had to tell the story of The Hobbit without telling the story of The Hobbit.
Exactly,
'Cause, like,
exactly.
what if nobody knew the story of The Hobbit when this movie started? It's
Yeah,
like, you don't know what Sting is, you don't know what the ring is, you don't know who Gollum is, you don't know who Gandalf is, it's so much stuff you didn't know about, but
can you imagine now? It's about 20 years.
I know. Makes me feel old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
Classic, classic,
Yeah,
classic Clint Eastwood.
Clint
Although
Eastwood.
it's not my favorite Clint Eastwood Western movie. It's like my second or third favorite.
Which one's your favorite?
Outlaw Outlaw Josie Wells,
Josie Wells, yeah.
man, or the High Plains Drifter.
Everyone I talk to, Josie Wales is among their favorite Clint Eastwood
Yeah, there
movies,
there was it was because what I think is because he found love, there was redemption
and
and
it has all
revenge.
the aspects
Right.
that people like in a movie in
Yeah.
one place, so yeah.
Yeah.
Forrest Gump?
Forrest Gump, yeah, okay, yeah, it's
Yeah,
another epic. Who
yeah,
didn't run with Forrest Gump,
right, Run, Forrest,
Fight
Run.
Fight Club,
Oh, all the
1999.
way.
Oh
This is
yeah.
one of my favorite movies ever. It's probably one of my few, like, I rated a 10 on here, but it's really like a 9.8 because there's a few things that I would change about it, but man, I still love to watch it and the adventure. Like,
I I, I
I
love how quirky it is. I mean, it had Helena Bonham Carter who just like she just does this great weird thing with
she
acting and
yeah, she plays her character so well. You
right,
believe her. You
right.
believe her. And yeah, Edward Norton and Brad Pitt, like, I mean, this movie made me love Brad Pitt as an
And
actor.
Edward
And
Norton.
oh, Edward
Yeah,
Norton, yeah, the
yeah.
American History X made me love Edward Norton.
Oh yeah,
But this movie just revitalized him for me. But
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. This is a fantastic movie. It's just so good, like beyond good. Primal Fear, another great Edward Norton movie.
Oh yeah,
Edward Norton's just
yeah.
a great actor. Like, I wish he was
Period.
my Hulk. He is my Hulk still when he
I
played
mean,
Bruce
I
Banner.
even yeah, I even liked him in the Onion movie,
Oh, The Glass Onion?
The Glass Onion. Yeah,
Yeah, of course. I thought
yeah.
he was fantastic. He
I
played
think it was
that kind of, like,
hilarious. Yeah,
dumb character really
yeah,
well. Like, he's just funny. Like, I had myself cracking up at him because he was like he played that role really well.
yeah.
Next up, Two Towers. It shouldn't be this
Okay,
low on the list.
yeah.
Sorry.
Next one, Inception. Yeah,
Inception? Meh.
flipping.
I mean, I'm a little bit lower on the
Okay,
list. It's like a 20, around 20 number for me.
okay,
Still in the top 25, but not
okay.
this high because Star Wars Empire Strikes Back,
Yeah, yeah.
better movie to me than Inception. Um,
Okay.
I love Empire is my favorite Star Wars movie, 100%. It's just it's got all the things I love about Star Wars in it. It's really, really cool, really good. Yeah, The
Mm,
Matrix
Matrix. Yeah.
absolutely belongs here.
What? What?
Goodfellas,
Yeah.
this was my first gangster movie that I
Really.
watched. It
Okay.
is what introduced me to gangsters, and Ray Liotta as a gangster, learning all the how to, hit the world in it is was just so good.
Mm,
Yeah. So, all right, we'll go ahead and stop there.
okay.
I went past 15 on accident, mainly just because I got real excited. So, plus I want to talk about Matrix and the Goodfellas because, yeah, they're on the list. They're just good. So, but yeah, that's the top 15, 17 for you.
That's the top 15.
All right.
Hey guys, just give us your top 15. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your top 15 all-time movies? And do you think Shawshank Redemption should be at the top?
Should it be number
Let
one?
us know. Should it be number one? Let us know. I had a few foreign movies on here. Me being a foreign movie guy, man, I don't know if Shawshank Redemption should be at the top number one. I
One
did
last
see it.
little thing I needed to talk to you about. I saw it and I wanted to talk to you ever since, and then I totally forgot, and you just said you love foreign films, and it turned the light bulb on. Did you see they're making a Last Train to New York movie? that is a
Really?
remake of Last Train to
Train to
Busan.
Busan? Yeah,
And I was like, "No way. Josh called this so long ago that they would take this movie and remake it in America because
yeah,
it is that good." But you know what? You don't need to watch that because sometimes they ruin it. You just need to
yeah.
watch Last Train to Busan.
Thank
That's what
you,
you need to watch.
thank you.
Like, for instance, Old Boy, if you've
Yeah,
ever watched that movie, I feel like the new one just no. That's a no from me. But the original, that hallway fight scene, that
that
knife
is
fight
one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in my life, bar
ever.
none. We're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this, like, best fight scene.
Yeah,
You know, that's up there with the Matrix subway fight scene
yeah,
and the bullet scene. Man, as somebody who's watched a lot of martial arts films, oh boy, that fight scene was legendary. Never seen it from those angles, from the wide shot to the straight hallway. And
yeah.
everybody's copied. There's another movie where a girl assassin, they did an exact copy of it.
Mhm.
And it was like, oh, that's old boy, you know. Anyways, still, even though it's messed up,
And I
still one of
love
the
yeah,
weirdest.
I mean, it's so
Yeah,
weird. Yeah.
yeah,
But, like, the way that the cinematography works where it zooms out and, like, the hallway is, like it's super narrow screen,
yeah.
and you just see the whole hallway, and literally, they're just all out fighting each other the whole time, and it's like, "Man, this is crazy," and it's so good. Like,
Yeah. So,
oh, man, it's
uh,
ridiculous.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, sorry, I had to go off on that tangent because I, had talked to you about, I mean, Train to Busan a long time ago, and you totally called that they would try to remake it in America, and they did, and they are trying.
yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
so I'm sure it's just in whatever.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think we exhausted the list. Let us know what you guys think. I kind of want to shout out MT and me. I think they commented on our show, and if you guys are watching, hey, we'd love to get with you guys sometime and do a
Yeah.
video. So if you see this, send us a private message or let us figure out a way that we can get together and do some movies, man.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely won't hurt. We appreciated you leaving a comment on our last episode that we had where we talked about Dungeons and Dragons in the car right after we saw it in the theater. Guys, if you haven't watched that episode, you should go check it out
Yes,
because
please
it
do.
it's a lot of fun and it was, it was quite an
It,
adventure to go on and highly suggest that movie. Still go watch it. Watch
as,
it
as,
all
a,
you can.
as a matter of fact, I try not to watch movies over and over, but I am going to watch that movie again on my big screen at
Oh
home.
yeah.
Just
Yeah.
that fun.
Yeah.
Just that fun. So, hmm. All right, guys, we're just going to wrap up, I guess. Much love, peace, kindness, good thoughts and vibes to everybody.
Hey, if you
And
listen to the audio version of the podcast, if you want to do me a favor and rate it, give it like 5 stars, give it a thumb up. Make sure on YouTube you let us know you're here by liking the video, by leaving a comment down below. If you want to let us know you stayed to the very end and you want to like a code word. I'm going to give you a code word and you're going to type that in and the code word is potatoes, boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. If you say that, I'm gonna know you stuck around to the end, and yeah. And I mean, I feel like it goes along with what we talked about on the episode because that is a quote, and if you can tell me where that quote's from, that would be awesome. Okay, but yeah, thank you so much for even being a part of the episode at all.
yes, yes, yes. Appreciate you guys. And we're out.
All right, peace.
Peace.